Happy New Year and welcome to Extra. I'm Joanne Hines.
And I'm Georgia Lash. Here at Extra, remember, we bring you expanded coverage of recently broadcast features from Sun City News.
So even though we're celebrating 2022 and all it has to offer, we're taking you back to some 2021 year-ending holiday events. We hope that bringing SCTV stories back to you on Extra reminds you of what you have enjoyed and what you should enter in your calendar so you don't miss it next time. Georgia, take us to our first holiday story.
We started the holiday season with the Menorah lighting to celebrate Hanukkah. Take a look at what Lifestyles and the Shalom Club presented.
Good evening! Welcome to our second annual Menorah lighting. Thank you so much for coming. Last year was such a great turnout. We're so happy that we get to do this event every year. Also, having the Shalom Club assist us with this has been great. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight.
Now, we're all here for Hanukkah. We all know what Hanukkah is, but for those who are not, it depends on how you want to pronounce the Hanukkah or Hanukkah, is actually commemorating the redemption of the temple in Jerusalem during the 2nd century BC. This is, according to legend, is when the Greeks and Syrians were opposing religion on the Jewish people. Now, the Greeks actually, if they caught you praying or learning anything about Hebrew or Judaism, they would be killed. So this is a very memorial day. Now, what does it really mean? Hanukkah actually, in Hebrew literation, means rededication. Now, it's often called the Festival of Lights. Why? Because we light the Hanukkah candles on this particular holiday. There's 8 candles, and during the time when this occurred, the oil only lasted 1 day because it wasn't the proper oil. It wasn't consecrated oil. So when they came in and it lasted 8 days, it was a festival that people had to remember. Now the oil that we use and we had over here is oil that was cooked in it. What we have is fried food, latkes and jelly donuts. That oil commemorates the oil of this time. It's a very important that significance was going on. Now, Hanukkah is not a major Jewish holiday. Some people think that Hanukkah is a major Jewish holiday. But in Israel, believe it or not, it is a national holiday in which games are played, plays are put on, the dreidels are on top of all the major buildings. There is a big festival for 8 days. So we celebrate it. But Hanukkah is not part of the Torah. People think it's part of our religious background. It is not. That's because the Torah was written far before anything ever happened at this Syrian point in time.
O Hanukkah, Ayom tifashene a lustige, a freiliche, netu nachazoine, la da di dum mayayay, bim bom bom.
Beautiful event. Joanne, you have a look at another holiday happening.
If you missed December's tree lighting, check out the Spirit of the Season that Sun City creates on the first Wednesday of December each year. I'm Joanne Hines, and we're here at the Sun City annual tree lighting ceremony.
I'm Georgia Lash, and it could not be a better day to celebrate the Sun City tradition.
And we're going to hear from the Sun City Chorus, and Lifestyles has refreshments at the pavilion.
We should pick up, go inside, and enjoy some of this holiday spirit.
Let's do it.
Lifestyles has us all set up with delicious refreshments. What are they serving today?
Hot cocoa and hot apple cider.
Ooh, cider and hot chocolate. Bev, what is your favorite holiday treat?
Anything chocolate, especially chocolate wine.
So chocolate wins over here. Let's go check in with Joanne, who's going to talk to some of our participants.
Thank you, Georgia. And we're here and we're going to ask the people what gets them in the holiday spirit.
What's getting me in the holiday spirit this year
is going up to see our granddaughter for Christmas.
What gets me in the holiday spirit is my children coming in for Christmas.
It's finally being with all of our friends again after 2 very tough years.
So, what are your plans for the holidays?
Well, there's a couple possibilities. We're hoping that some of our family might be able to come down here for a week or so, and then we have a family that lives out on Long Island that small children, it's difficult to travel. So.
Thank you for speaking with me. And now I'll turn it over to Georgia.
All right, so here we are. Cynthia, what are your holiday plans going to be?
Hi. Well, since we really are not going to be traveling anywhere, we're going to be staying here, which is fine. We're decorating our house so we could cheer up the neighborhood a little bit. And my husband here he's like Clark Griswold, you know, he keeps adding lights all the time. But yeah, we're going to stay home and just, you know, enjoy each other's company and see our neighbors and whoever's here.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose like a flashlight. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows like a light bulb. All of the other reindeer used to have to call him names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game like Monopoly. 4, 3, 2, 1.
May your holidays be merry.
And as bright as this beautiful Christmas tree. Happy holidays.
Both of these holiday celebrations are a gift to our community.
Another gift Sun City shares with its residents is to provide opportunities for all. Now, Georgia, you have a heartwarming story. Please tell us about it.
Each year, Sun City golf staff hosts the Adaptive Golf Experience. A team of volunteers brings the coaches and equipment to help special needs golfers get back on the links. Sports anchor Doug Wright gave us that story.
We're at Hidden Cypress this Saturday morning for a very interesting and fulfilling experience with the Adaptive Golf Experience organization, which is here to help people with handicaps, disabilities of some sort, including a lot of veterans who are especially invited today to not only participate, but also to help these individuals enjoy a day filled with swinging a golf club with specially adapted chairs and other devices to help them compete. Well, Steve, it's a bit nippy out here, but it's going to be a great day. And tell me what's going on here today with the Adaptive Golf Experience.
We are a 501c3 here in Beaufort for about the last 7 years. This year we've been given some grants to reach out to the community more. So this is what's called our Community Outreach Clinic. Normally we're on Paris Island on the 3rd Saturday of each month. But what we do is help folks with disabilities discover their abilities. We use golf as an extension of rehabilitation for folks who may have had a new joint replacement or surgeries or recovering from a stroke or even a spinal cord injury.
And today I know you're going to have a lot of participants and a lot of volunteer help, but especially special invites going out to some of the veterans here at Sun City.
Yes, sir. We reached out to the Sun City veterans who've been helping sponsor us since early in our inception in 2014. But we're with the help of Charlie Kent, our pro here, who's one of our board members. We wanted to make sure that some of the veterans and residents here in Sun City know that this is out there. Know that just because your friend has had a stroke or has maybe have a decreased mobility, that doesn't mean he doesn't want to be out there on the course with you.
Well, that's terrific. We're glad you're here today, and we hope you have a great experience yourself.
We shall. And remember, keep swinging.
Well, we're with Charlie Kent this morning, Director of Golf Operations for Sun City. And Charlie, this is a great event. And how did you get Sun City involved in all this?
Well, Doug, my neighbor is Steve Giamona, and he recruited me a few years ago to be involved with the organization. And of course, with my golf background, I bring, the golf professional element to the organization and can add my expertise in that fashion.
And how long have you been doing this? I understand you're a board member.
I've been helping out for a little over 3 years now. Actually, today will be our second time we've had the Adaptive Golf Clinic here at Sun City. It's part of our community outreach. And actually, it's working, because I had a few residents call me this week and say, am I allowed to go do that? I'm not missing a limb. Can I still participate? And the answer, of course, is absolutely.
And so how many participants are you expecting, and what about what do you expect to accomplish today?
Well, we're expecting probably 25 to 35 participants, and then there's probably about the same number of volunteers. What we try to do is get folks back into swinging a club that maybe have given up on it. We try to get folks who are swinging a club but have some physical limitations, the opportunity to be fitted with the right type of equipment, including our special chairs that we have. And then, literally from my standpoint, I'm giving people tips on how they can hit the ball better from all these different positions. The one thing about it, and I've learned in my 3 years of doing this, that the name Adaptive Golf is right spot on with what we're doing, and that is, you hit a ball, and if it's not quite right, we're going to adapt you to make an adjustment to help you try to hit it even better. Because like all golfers, we all want to hit it better, and that includes a fella who's in a wheelchair. He would like to hit the ball more often or straighter, just like all of us.
Well, I'm sure we'll see some improvements right on the spot today, and we're going to film some of the action later. And Charlie, thanks for getting the community involved. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you, Doug. I really appreciate it. And this is the best part of my job, is being able to, give back and expand the game of golf to more people.
Great, thanks.
Thanks, Doug.
Byron, how long have you been doing this?
About 7 years.
7 years, eh?
As a matter of fact, 7 years ago, I never actually swung a golf club before. Came out to my first event. First swing, I connected with the ball. Of course, it went wide left, but...
Well, yeah, that's pretty standard. Stan, how many times a year are you able to get out?
Usually once a month, so about 12 times a year, but then during some tournaments, I get an extra round in.
Okay, well, it's good to see you today. Have some fun today.
Well, yeah, I plan on it.
I love that story. Speaking of stories we love, Joanne and I would like to share our favorite stories that Sun City TV covered in 2021. You first, Joanne.
Thank you, Georgia. There's enough going on in Sun City to keep SCTV busy, but we are committed to informing you of our surrounding community as well. The story I chose is my tour of the new Hardyville Rec Center. It's a privilege getting the inside story and informing our Sun City neighbors of all our local resources. Well, Harry, is this a dream come true?
It certainly is. And, it's something that it seemed impossible to accomplish. And yet, little by little, the dream was embraced by the entire community. So, yes, it's very much a dream come true.
So when did you have this dream originally?
Actually, it started in 2015 when I first came here and I was running for an empty council seat. And I found out that once the heat index goes over 110, which is all the time, they had to cancel basketball camp for the kids. And so the recreation director said, we need to build a small gym behind City Hall. And that's when the dream started. And you'll see it's more than a small gym behind City Hall.
Well, Harry, were there any obstacles that you guys had to tackle when your team put this together?
There were so many obstacles. First of all, trying to find a place. And I do have to mention Mr. Gene Vukovic of Buffalo, New York, and Hilton Head Island donated the 5 acres we're sitting on. And that was a big help because we could put more money into the building itself. And then also the obstacles of how much money you want to spend and the site preparation, of course the soils. The rain when we first broke ground 2 years ago was terrible. And so there were many obstacles, financial, location, deciding how much we all wanted to put every bell and whistle in it. But we came up with a good, solid plan. And as you see when you go into the building, it is magnificent.
Harry, what is your hope for the rec center, for the city of Hardyville and the community?
My hope is that it becomes a community center, not just for the city of Hardyville, but for the region. As you know, we have a very large geographic area and a very diverse community and population. We have a lot of elderly, retirees, and we have the traditional downtown folks. And this will be a way for everybody, a place to come together as one community, to interact with each other, get to know each other in a way that is never possible if we all stay within our own little section. So this is truly, my hope is that it becomes a community center, not just for recreation, but for molding a community and city pride.
Thank you, Harry, for talking with me today.
Okay, thank you.
I also heard that there are rooms to rent and hold functions in. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, absolutely. If there's one thing here in the Low Country that we absolutely need, it's more meeting space. So the city was very smart in making sure that we had a lot of different diversified space. So we have an event space if you want to host a birthday party, an anniversary gathering, a family reunion. We have space for that. We also have classroom space. So we have a very large area that can transpose into 3 different classrooms, or it can be one really large one. If you have a conference or something that you need to do, we have all of that capability here for you.
And how do we go about renting these rooms? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, absolutely. You'll give us a call here. For right now, I am handling all the rentals for the facility. So anyone can give us a call. And like I said, we're pretty flexible. And the rates are very affordable. So we encourage everyone to give us a call, and we'll be able to pass that information along to them.
Do you have a email address and or a telephone number that people can call to register for membership?
Yes, so anyone can give us a call. Our telephone number is area code 843-227-4089, or they can email me. It's at jcombs@hardyvillesc.gov. All of that information, if anyone forgets it, is on our website, City of Hardyville website.
Thank you, Jennifer, for speaking with us.
Thank you. We're
Good
so
luck.
glad you're here. Thank
Good
you.
luck. Well, Hugo, I heard you're the main man here at the new facility. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I'll be happy to, Jojo. My name is Hugo Montenegro. I am the Recreation Facility Manager here for the brand new state-of-the-art Hardyville Recreation Center. Part of a great team here at Hardyville.
And what does your day-to-day look like?
Day-to-day is basically working with the community, working with our partners, working with the YMCA, bringing in classes, activities. Like you see today, we've got pickleball going. I'm fortunate enough to meet Jeff Conradi, who's going to be a great ambassador for us here at the facility, as well as other community ambassadors for the great sport of pickleball. I'm really excited about pickleball. I'm fairly new to the sport, so I'm excited to see it kind of come to fruition. We've also got Royal Live Oaks here providing some basketball demonstrations. We've got the YMCA providing information on personal training, some of our aerobics classes that we'll be offering. We've got our members, our guests here that are walking the track. So as you see, they're using all parts of the facility, which is phenomenal. Couldn't be happier for our turnout here today.
Well, thank you, Hugo, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Great job on that story, Joanne.
Thank you, Georgia. Now it's your turn.
I picked the Teen Tech Tutors segment I did with the Sun City resident's granddaughter. This story struck me on 3 levels. First, it's a reminder of how SCTV worked through the pandemic as best as we could. Thank you, Zoom. Second and third, it's a helpful and educational segment, and I so admire what some of our youth are doing.
With me on Zoom is Callie Walsh. And Callie Walsh is the granddaughter of Jeannie and Gordon Ginsburg, who are Sun City residents. And we have to thank Grandma because Jeannie posted on Facebook that her granddaughter could help us with technology here in Sun City because of a group she's involved with called Teen Tech Tutors. Welcome, Callie. It's nice to have you. And with your group, the Teen Tech Tutors, what would you say is your mission or your purpose?
Yeah, so Teen Tech Tutors, our purpose is just to help seniors stay connected with technology, and we're able to do that through virtual technology assistance, where we meet with seniors virtually and kind of help them with any issues they may have.
Now, what would you say are maybe the 3 best benefits for seniors to really embrace technology?
I would say first off, definitely technology is great because seniors can stay connected. I think in this new kind of world with COVID, it's so hard to see relatives face to face, and technology kind of allows people to get together in ways that don't have to be in person. Second, I would say that technology is great for getting information out quickly. I think that the fastest way for information to spread is through the internet. And if seniors can access that information with COVID vaccines, seeing things in the news, that's all just the best way to get that information. And then lastly, I think technology is great for keeping people safe because it can really help limit the interactions you have to do face to face. For example, you can order food online, you can online shop, even do banking things online, and that all just kind of limits the amount of face-to-face interactions you have to have in this new COVID era, which helps people stay safe.
And COVID really gave us all a little push there. If you had told me a year ago, I'd be interviewing you here, sitting in my office and you're sitting in your office, and we're states apart. That's great. Now, let me ask, we are here in Sun City Hilton Head. How can you help our residents long distance? What's going to be the ways we can contact you?
Yeah, so the great thing about Teen Tech Tutors, that's all already virtual. So the way we help is through these free virtual consultations. So what you can do is if you go to our website, teentech-tutors.org, you can find a lot of information there about how these consultations work and how to contact us. Or you can email us at teentechtutorsforseniors@gmail.com. And we'll be able to meet with you either through email, through Skype, FaceTime. We can walk you through those steps and help you while we're here in Virginia and you guys are here in Sun City.
Now, we have seniors doing technology. We are all maybe at different levels. So I thought it would be fun for us to play with some of the comparisons of maybe what we're doing and how we can amp that up a little bit. So let's start with a fill in the blank. I'll give you what I think we might be doing in our age group, and you give us an idea of how we can expand that. So if you can email, you can.
You can text, and I think this is something that a lot of seniors might not be doing right now, but they definitely have the skills to do it. If you can already email, and it's a great way to stay in contact with some younger generations, because I know I probably don't check my email as much as I should. And I know if you have any grandchildren, they're probably the same way. And texting is really just great because it gets quicker responses and it's not too difficult to do if you can already email.
Okay, this is a popular one here. If I can, or we can, post on Facebook, you can.
You can join your neighborhood social media groups, which is something that I know is huge for my grandma when I kind of worked her through it. She's a member of a Sun City residents group, and it was great for her because I remember one time she needed a handyman, and we were kind of like trying to look for one, and we posted to the group, and within a couple minutes, she had her handyman. So I think if you're already on Facebook, you can connect with these groups, and then you're just connected to all these neighborhood people who can help you out.
Okay, one more. If you can check your bank balance online, you can.
You can actually pay your bills online. So if you're already checking that balance, you can set it up to pay your bills automatically, which is great because it's one less thing that you have to worry about on your day-to-day life.
Well, you've helped us to expand our menu of devices. You've helped us to expand our menu of tech uses. And I hope that we'll take advantage of your service. And I cannot tell you how many admiring compliments you've already been given here in Sun City when I told people I would be doing this interview. So thank you for joining us today. Please check in with us. Let us know what's going on. And much luck to you in your future.
I will. Thank you for having me.
You've certainly paved the way for a very good one. Take care.
Well, that's extra for the start of 2022. I'm Joanne Hines. Please check out the program guide in Sensations and the Sun City website for our other SCTV monthly shows.
And I'm Georgia Lash. Thank you for watching. Please join us again next month as we bring you extra coverage of stories and features from Sun City News.